Welcome to Chicago Independent Television, a collection of progressive video reports by grassroots media workers from Chicago and beyond, produced free from corporate or commercial support or influence. I'm Joy Truskowski. In today's episode, we have two pieces on a simulated military street theater action. We will visit a debate on an English language-only ordinance, and we'll hear from Michael Moore on our ailing healthcare system. Stay with us.
Our economy is in trouble. Our education system is failing. Our cities have become war zones. And our planet is in distress. But instead of reaching out for solutions, we reach for another potato chip and zap another channel. Snap out of it, America. A message from the Media Foundation.
Welcome back to Chicago Independent Television. Recently, a group of veterans began using street theater to bring the truth of the Iraq occupation to the streets of America. The action was called Operation First Casualty. Here's what happened when it came to Chicago.
In an effort to illuminate the true reality of the conflict in Iraq, members of Iraq Veterans Against the War engaged in a series of street theater actions around the Chicago area. Actual veterans of the conflict in Iraq played the part of American service members in reenactments that highlighted various aspects of life in combat in Iraq. The event was treated like a real military operation, with the participants in full military uniform but without weapons. I'm John Groot for Chicago Independent Television, and today I'm an embedded reporter with the first squad of Iraq Veterans Against the War as they patrol the streets of Chicago during Operation First Casualty. Is it too dangerous for me?
Hey, look, man, you need to get out of this formation, all right? We've had a lot of riots in this place. Come on, do it, 3, go! Clear! Go!
In actions staged around the city, local activist volunteers acted as civilians in realistic portrayals of actual interactions between U.S. troops and Iraqi civilians. The result was a lot of shouting, commotion, and tension on the busy streets of Chicago, giving the American public a taste of what Iraqis and U.S. troops deal with day in and day out. The action was called Operation First Casualty because the veterans believe that truth is the first casualty of this war. Their aim was to show the American public the truth of the U.S. occupation in Iraq. They say the American people need to know the truth, so they will act to bring the troops home now.
I see some movement over there. We gotta cross this area quick. Roger. Danger area. Let's go.
Right now, there's such a small percentage of our population actually serving in the military, and so the effects of this war are really affecting a very small population, the military and their families. And the military is this burden's being placed on them again and again with repeated deployments, extended tours, stop loss, call up from the individual ready reserves, and the families are the ones to say goodbye to their loved ones again and again, and sometimes forever, while the population at large is not getting the true picture of what the occupation looks like in Iraq. They're not seeing how bad this situation really is, and there's a lot of information that they don't see, and now veterans are coming home and they feel very, very isolated because they can't relate to people, because people have no idea what it is like in Iraq. So we're trying to show a little bit of that. Of course, we can't show the extent of the brutality of the occupation, but we can show a little bit of a part. And for our brothers and sisters in Iraq right now, they can't tell the American people what's going on. They're in the middle of it. They're risking their lives every day in an occupation that should have never started, and that the majority of the Iraqis oppose. The majority of the U.S. population wants our troops home, and the majority of the troops themselves want to come home to the United States. And that's, you know, what we need to make happen.
Might want to stay down here. It's a pretty dangerous area.
Keep your head down.
Hey, we're moving. We're moving. Let's go.
This is the fourth time overall this action's been performed. This action is unique to Iraq Veterans Against the War. We are the only ones doing it. The first one was in Washington, D.C., the second one, New York City, then I believe it was Santa Monica, California, and then here today in Chicago. Adam Kokesh is a former Marine, still in the inactive Ray Reserves. He participated in the first Operation First Casualty in Washington, D.C. Since participating, he has gone to admin separation boards in the Marine Corps. They're threatening him with other than honorable separation from the reserves. Short version is the Marine Corps is suppressing First Amendment rights, or attempting to. We're still speaking out. We're not going to stop, though.
We're Iraq Veterans Against the War.
This is Operation First Casualty.
The first casualty of war is truth.
This is the truth that you are not seeing.
And the war.
You're watching Chicago Independent Television.
I see the soul of a nation. Must be true, 'cause I've seen it on TV.
Welcome back to Chicago Independent Television. Operation First Casualty was a powerful event that attracted a lot of attention from video journalists. Next up is another take on the subject.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light?
The first casualty of war is truth.
We're going to do a riot thing on one side of the plaza. Robert and Ken and Amy, our coordinators, know exactly where everybody needs to be. And the interesting part about that is the monument for the unknown soldiers is there. IBAW members, our patrol is going to file in. We're going to form up. We're going to do about face. We're going to do present arms.
Operation First Casualty. The first casualty of war is truth.
Hey everyone, we need your focus up here, please, okay? So we can get ready.
Go! Gonna make it, man.
We got some hostile civilians up here around the corner. We're gonna pop the corner, and then we're gonna take two detainees. Roger.
So to the right.
After that, we're gonna slow it down, make sure. Roger that. All right, move out. Let's go.
Move it. Rolling.
We're Iraq veterans against the war. This is Operation First Casualty.
Truth is the first casualty of war.
It's the truth that you are not seeing.
What's going on?
What are you doing? Stay still! If I see you move, I will shoot you. Stay still! Shut up! Shut up! Let me out! Shut up!
Where's my brother?
We didn't do anything! We didn't do anything!
Stay still!
I am a soldier who survived the fear of facing Uncle Sam and saying, "Sir, no, sir. I won't fight for lies. Forgive me, wounded soldier, for not being there to ease your pain. I'll try on this end to bring you home now."
I'm Andy Thayer, and you're watching Chicago Independent Television.
I see the soul of a nation. Must be true, 'cause I seen